Oh. Could they at least hear us?
I do not believe so.
Oh.
Could you guys hear us while we were talking and didn't have the video going? Just asking.
Yeah, we need to know. Otherwise, we got to repeat everything we just said.
I mean, we don't mind doing that. Yeah. So Ken says, here they are. Could you hear us while we were talking? Or was it just nothing? You saw the fair warning thing. Okay, let me do this again, OG.
Oh, it says we hear you now.
Okay.
Now somebody's saying they can't, they don't see us on Rumble.
Really?
Yeah, we can check that real quick.
Yeah, we're going to look real fast. Now, there we are.
Yeah, we're there.
We're there. We see the chat line there.
Okay.
Says now you're on.
Okay. Let me go through this one more time. Yeah, we got some more viewers, so that's good.
Thank you, guys. Hey, like and share right now. However you're viewing us, like and share right now. Let's get some more people on. And let me say, good evening, Texas Bikers. This is Texas Biker Radio News, number 478. My name is Mel Popeye Moss.
OG?
That's OG.
Okay, I was saying before, tonight we are simultaneously streaming on YouTube and Rumble. Now, YouTube, we have no idea how much longer they'll keep us on before they kick us off again.
Well, that's going to depend on if we can keep control of ourselves.
Well, we're not controllable. So, what's important here is, now, according to YouTube, we've got about 8,000 subscribers. We suspect it may be more than that. We think they suppress numbers. But on Rumble, so far we've only got 13. We need everybody to go to Rumble. You can search for us on Rumble under Texas Biker Radio. When you bring us up, you'll see a subscribe button in the upper right-hand area. We need you to click on that. When you click on it, if you do not have an account set up on Rumble, you'll need to set up an account. Now, the good news is it's free. There's no charge. But we need you to set that account up and click on subscribe. We need lots of subscribers on there so we can gain the same privileges that we've got on YouTube. And until we get enough subscribers on there, we're going to be a little limited. Now, we have discovered that once you have an account, there is a chat window.
Yeah.
So, the first time we messed with it, we were kind of driving in the fog. We weren't real sure what the hell was going on. But we have since discovered that once you subscribe and you have an account, there is a chat window. So please pass the word. Everyone needs to go to Rumble because we don't know when in the hell or how much longer YouTube is going to give us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
It's insane, OG.
It is.
It's insane. Hey, I want to bring to your attention, everybody, up there in the, as you're looking at the screen in the upper right-hand corner, what you see going on there? OG, that was the Hells Angels being profiled August 17th, 2021. They were being profiled in Sturgis. And I did think I heard one of the police officers saying, you didn't put your foot down at the stop sign.
That is such BS. I've been to Sturgis a few times. And first of all, I'm pretty sure anyone that's been there knows that it may not be the Sturgis police. They import cops from all over the country, and there's an area in Sturgis where they keep them in a barracks.
Uh-huh.
It's I think it's on a school campus, and that's just nuts because, 1 year Hell's Angels is there, and then the next year it's the Banditos. And they trade back and forth. I think there was some agreement reached years ago that I think law enforcement had something to do with it, where they talked and said, look, we don't want trouble. We know you guys don't want trouble. How about if we do it this way? And that's how it came about. Now, I haven't been there for a few years. I don't know if that swap is still going on. But when I was going there a few years back, that's what was happening.
Yeah. Well, profiling is still going on, not just in Texas, as we see here, South Dakota. And, they make a lot of money off of bikers. They make a lot of money.
See, they shouldn't be doing that in Sturgis. They're not supposed to.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and, like I said, they were going through the usual thing, searching, asking questions, and now I heard one of the guys say, I don't have to do that. And so, yeah, there was a little bit of confrontation going on, but for what I could see, for the most part, they were complying, even though they were being harassed. And that's the way all motorcycle clubs are. They comply.
Year.
But they're upset at being harassed.
Any year I was there in Sturgis, whichever 1% club was there, they were very well mannered.
Yeah. Yeah. So, OG, this is the reason organizations like the Motorcycle Rights Foundation, I think it is, and then there's the
and we belong to that.
Yeah, and motorcycle profiling project. That's so important. Going into the political realm and trying to do something about this, and especially here in Texas, the Texas COCI and other organizations like ABATE, all these outfits are trying to make a difference, and we got really close this year, OG. We've got more support now than we've ever had. And we got really close to having an effect on motorcycle profiling, the gang databases, all that kind of stuff. And you guys, it's really important that you support these organizations. Doesn't matter who started them. They are what they are now. They've developed into political machines, is what they've done. And we're proud to be a part of it and do our part in getting the word out, and do our part when it comes time to, when here in Texas, when people are profiled, we say ride, record, and report. It's so important that you record these traffic stops. It really is. And then tell somebody about it, either to the, like in Texas, the Texas COCI, you can report them to us at TexasBikerRadio.org, Sons of Liberty Riders MC, and we'll see if we can help you out. And we're no strangers into asking for body cams and stuff like that. Yeah, even going knocking on doors. We did that here in Parker County, and also in Fort Worth, Texas. Go into the police department and say, "What the hell is going on?"
Let me jump in here. I'm seeing on the chat line there's a little confusion. If you type in on Rumble, in the search window, you have to type in Texas Biker Radio. If you type in TB Radio, you may or may not find us, but I guarantee you, if you type in Texas Biker Radio, we will come up.
You can actually type in the title of this show, Texas Biker Radio, number 478. You can type that in the search window, and you can also you can search TB Radio.
Well, some of them are having trouble
Well,
under TB radio.
hey, you guys, I will send you a link after the show. I'll post it below where you can go log in.
And please share that so that we can get people to subscribe. We could get the switch flipped any minute, any day by YouTube, because I guarantee you we are not going to be restrained. We will continue to talk about the same things we have always talked about, and it may get a little stronger.
Yeah, there's no tellings, but man, it's so critical that, and what this is, Rumble is a backup. Most of our subscribers are on YouTube, but you know what? We can't comply to this mess. Yeah, we can clean it up a little bit, but
Oh,
we're gonna talk about the news of the day.
Yeah, bullshit. We got to say what we got to say.
I'm usually the one saying it.
Take them all to the train station.
But anyway, yeah, and I do believe they tricked us with the child thing,
Yeah.
saying that
Yeah.
hey, if you because they did bitch about the program not being suitable for children. But I don't know why not, everybody. Look at the crap they see on television every day, even on regular television. Hell, tune in to the daytime programming.
Yeah.
All those damn things. But yeah, man, it was a crazy week. But we're not to the point where we're experts on Rumble, but we're getting there, because tonight, like OG said, we are simulcasting on YouTube, on Rumble, and we're recording at the same time.
And that recording will be posted on TexasBikerRadio.org.
Well, guess what?
What?
We're live on TexasBikerRadio.org through Rumble.
Oh, crap.
So it's just backup.
We are tri-steaming.
We are
Streaming.
we are backup, everybody. We got the backup going too, just in case something happens. We've had that happen before. We've lost the whole show before. Oh yeah, yeah.
And we've done a whole show without clicking start the stream.
Yeah. we did do that one time. We talked through the whole show and nobody could see us. And like I did last night, I was late starting the stream. When somebody said they couldn't see us, uh-oh. But, wow. You know, OG, somebody asked me, they're talking about the things that we see going on in our country today. And somebody asked me, they said, it can't get any worse. I said, you want to bet?
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I never in my wildest dreams ever thought I would see and hear what's going on today. Ever.
It is absolutely nuts. And you guys, over the weekend, while I was gone, and I did a little survey with some guys that are veterans and Afghan vets in particular. And, you know, the first one I asked about it, he said, we're going to pay for this. We're going to pay for it.
Absolutely.
And the others kind of reiterated that when I brought it up in a conversation. Yeah, I agree that this is going to get bad, way worse.
My fear, and I'm not really a conspiracy guy. You know, I'll listen to them and I'll nod my head, but I generally look for more fact. But I honestly believe if something doesn't change very quickly here, there will come a time when you're not going to be so sure you want to walk into that shopping mall.
Yeah.
You're going to want to sit in a restaurant or a theater, because what's happening over there is going to start happening here.
Yeah.
Because you got them coming into this country now, and we have a president that has no balls, no brain, and is being run and puppeted by people that don't give a shit. They just want to turn us socialist.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, the potato head, let's go back to calling him that. I kind of like that. The potato head refused to budge off the August 31st deadline that he set, and now the Taliban has oh yeah, that's right, August 31st, you got to be out of here. And so the clock is ticking, OG.
Well, they were talking about that today. Some idiot from the CIA was over meeting with the Taliban, and I think they were trying to negotiate. It just frickin' blows me away to think that we would be negotiating with something like the Taliban, but trying to negotiate a later date. I'm sure the Taliban, feeling their oats, told him to go screw off.
Yeah.
He flew back to Washington, told Biden and crew what the hell happened. So Biden gets in front of the cameras today and says, yep, I'm sticking to the August 31st deadline. Mm-hmm. Making it sound like it's all his own idea. There was something I heard on the radio as I was driving back from Dallas today. There's a retired Navy SEAL that did something on he either it was TikTok, or he put out a video, and the video he put out was him portraying the fact that he was the commander-in-chief and how it should have been done. Mm-hmm. And the first thing he said was, basically, he took the blame for the entire screw-up. He said, I miscalculated. I didn't think the Afghan army would turn and run like it did. So everything that we based our facts on were wrong, and it's my fault. So this is what I'm going to do about it. We're sending in the armed forces, and we're going to take over every base and airstrip in Afghanistan. And we are going to secure the area. And we're going to fly our civilians out. We're going to fly out the people that helped us. And if there is any interference at all from the Taliban, we will strike back with utter force and kill every one of them. So the Taliban needs to know and understand, if they don't stand down, we're coming for them, and we're going to kill them all.
That was the Navy SEAL this morning, right?
That was the Navy SEAL. Yeah. Now, I probably butchered to hell everything that he said, but that was the essence of it.
I've got that video, and we'll play it toward the end of the program.
We should. It was awesome, because it was, we've all seen presidents make mistakes, politicians make mistakes, and every one of us have always said, if that son of a bitch would just stand up and acknowledge the fact that he's screwed up and he's going to try and straighten it out, all would be forgiven. We would have much respect for this guy. And we have yet to see it happen.
Yeah, but then again, OG, this is the plan. He's following the plan of what the people behind him are telling him to do.
Yep.
But That's my opinion, everybody. That's my opinion. If you want to destroy this country, take it down, you would do exactly what he's doing. Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you what else another talk show host was talking about, and I think
Yeah.
everyone out there should listen to this and should do it. It'll take a few minutes to set it up, and it'll take a few minutes each morning. The first thing you want to do is you want to load into your cell phone on speed dial every federal representative that you have.
Yes.
Every morning. You want to dial that number, and whoever answers the phone on the other end, you want to say, I am calling my representative because I want him to do one of two things here. I either want Biden impeached, or I want Article 25 invoked. I want to be rid of him, and as my representative, I am directing my representative to do that. And if they say on the other end, well, yeah, we hear you, say, well, not only have you heard me now, you're going to hear me again tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And then you call every other representative. Now, if enough people start doing that, I mean, I'm hearing a hell of a push out there that Biden either needs to be impeached because of what he's done here. I mean, the damage that has been done and will be done, I can't imagine anyone not being sick and heartsick watching what's going on over there, let alone some of the other videos we've seen of all the weaponry, the vehicles, and the aircraft that the Taliban now have, because we were too stupid to blow that shit up. They should have blown up all the equipment and leveled every base in Afghanistan.
Let me say this. This afternoon they brought up the reason all that equipment is there is they thought they were still going to have an Afghan army. They said they're claiming they were leaving that for them.
You know, that is such bullshit.
That let me say this, OG. When they left that air base, Bagram, when they left that air base and left in the middle of the night, and the Afghan army and everybody else goes into work, and the Americans are gone, just gone. They said that sucked the wind right out of their sails. The president ran for his life, talking about the Afghan president. It just sucked the wind right out of them. Whatever they had within their soul to fight was sucked right out of them.
I can believe it.
They ran. They panicked. They panicked because they knew the Taliban was coming.
And that's when we should have sent in our Hellfire missiles to every one of those bases and just obliterated them.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Once they figured out there was no longer an army, and that happened really soon, they should have taken care of that. And they didn't. And, wow, OG, let's go over some of the stuff they got. How about that?
Yeah.
Huh? Here we go. Let me get these shades off. It is bright in here. But how about 2,000 armored vehicles, including Humvees and MRAPs, 75,989 total vehicles. I guess there was FMTV, whatever that is, M35, Ford Rangers, Ford 350s, Ford vans, Toyota pickups, armored security vehicles, etc., etc. 75, almost 76,000 of them. And then there was 30 military version Cessnas. There was 4 C-130s left behind. 29 Brilliant-made A-29 Super Tucano ground attack aircraft. 208 aircraft total. At least 600,000 small arms, M16s, M249 saws, M24 sniper systems, 50 calibers, 1,394 M203 grenade launchers. Wow. M34 miniguns, 134. No, wait a minute. No, I just added, they didn't say how many. 20 millimeter Gatling guns and ammunition. 61,000 M203 rounds, 20,000 grenades, howitzers, mortars, plus 1,000 rounds. 162 pieces, wait a minute, 162,000 pieces of encrypted military communications gear. 16,000 night vision goggles, newest technology night vision scopes, thermal scopes, and thermal mono goggles. 10,000 2.75-inch air-ground rockets, reconnaissance equipment, laser aiming units, explosive ordnance, C4, Semtex, detonators, shaped charges, thermite, incendiaries, 2,520 bombs. Let me see, administration, encrypted cell phones and laptops, all operational. Listen to this, OG. Pallets. Pallets, everybody, with millions of dollars of U.S. currency. Millions. Large stockpile of plate carriers and body armor. U.S. military hide, whatever that is, for handheld interagency identity detection equipment and biometrics. Lots of heavy equipment, including bulldozers, backhoes, dump trucks, excavators, you name it, everybody. They got it. They got it.
You got some kind of weird shit going on up in the corner.
Oh, I need to take that down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me make an adjustment.
It's a mind blower. It is a mind blower. What in the hell went on? And it is no doubt that what is currently called our president, as one radio host fondly calls him, Walter Biden.
Yeah.
Because there's a wooden puppet, handheld puppet that looks exactly like Biden called Walter. That we would have that kind of leadership in this country.
OG, all the talking heads said we used every tool available. They used every tool they had to set all this up. Every tool. There's one they didn't use, everybody. That's their damn brains and common sense.
Yep.
My God. They didn't use any common sense. They didn't use their brains. And all those talking heads up there, General Austin, Milley, and whoever else is up there talking, sound like a bunch of blithering idiots.
Yep.
And that spokesperson for the Defense Department, every time he gets up there, he looks like he's scared to death. He looks scared to death. And that Jen Psaki, who said people weren't stranded, is just a blithering idiot. Now, she's supposed to provide cover for the president, but you know what? She's doing a terrible job of it.
Psaki is a skank.
Yeah, she is. Mm.
She's a garbage truck with lipstick.
OG, they're not, here's the deal. They're not telling us how many Americans are getting out. They're not telling us. They're
lying.
They bragged about They bragged about getting 20,000 people out today. 20,000 people on about 30 or 40 flights, whatever it was. It was a record. It was a record. They bragged about it, getting 20,000 people out. I promise you, they do not know who in the hell are on those planes. They're just shoving them on it. They're just shoving them on it. And the American people that are there, whether they're Afghan Americans or Americans,
Yeah.
they can't get in there. The Taliban's not letting them in. And they had all these people that come from all these other surrounding cities, because there's some other huge cities around it. They have all these people that are coming to the airport. They have a mob out in front of it. They can't get through. They can't get through. And you know what? It may very well be that we have people still there on September 11th.
Absolutely.
And what's that going to look like?
Notwithstanding, while all that bullshit's going on, they've come to the realization and horror that they have probably lost control of the Senate come these midterm elections. And Pelosi's done for, so they're pushing like hell right now to ramrod through behind the scenes while everyone's watching all this go on, that reconciliation bill, which is going to gut us.
Let me tell everybody, they passed that stuff through the House today. They did. They passed it through the House. Now it's got to go to the Senate next. We need to be contacting all the Republicans, and as many Democrats as we can, and tell them, hey, don't even you dare pass this, and Republicans, don't you dare work with Democrats from this point on. From this point on, your mission should be to make the vote, the 2022 vote, secure, where we won't have any more of the bullshit. That should be their mission. Nothing else. Not these bills. Don't pass nothing for them. Nothing. Scuttle it all. Everything. Democrats do not deserve the parties that they're having right now. And we're gonna show you that now. Good Lord, OG. Let me get down here. This is a good one here, everybody. Watch this one if you would. Here we go. Now this is Nancy Pelosi's fundraiser over the weekend, OG. You notice the servants and everybody, they're wearing masks, but not their guests. No, these are the elites. The cost of this dinner was $100 to $29,000 a chair. And of course, there's the hag back there in the back in the pink.
The $100 plates must have been near the porta potties.
I would imagine that would be true. So the closer they are to Pelosi, the higher cost in the deal. But the one that takes the cake, OG, the one that freaking takes the cake, is this one here. And I'm sure you guys have already seen this, but it's just worth showing again. Here we go, everybody. You know, I should have put some music to this. Look at that. A high five, you know. Oh, my God. It's the sickest bunch of crap with these people. We've got all this stuff going on, and they're freaking partying down. They're freaking partying down. It's a disgrace. A disgrace,
That's
everybody.
Stephen Colbert.
That's Stephen Colbert.
Colbert, yeah.
Yeah. So they were partying and having a
Chuck
high old time while we've got Americans trapped overseas. And for the president to take all day to get to the damn podium and everybody's waiting to hear from him. They know that that August 31st is the deadline now. That's what they're saying. It takes him all day to get to the podium. And what does he start out with when he gets there? Their political agenda in the House and the Senate.
Yep. They're scared to death because they know he doesn't respond to questions well.
Yeah. And once again, he walked away without answering any questions.
His backside is now the known symbol of this administration.
Yes. Walk away, Joe. Walk away, Joe. And so, it's a freaking disgrace what we're seeing. And it's a freaking disgrace of what he is putting this country through. All the way from the border stuff going on, to the mask mandates, to everything else. It is a disgrace. This whole country is in turmoil. But you know what? It's by design, everybody. It's the plan. It's the plan.
Yeah, and the problem is we're all sitting here watching this, and there's no consequences.
Nobody's accountable.
For these politicians. No consequences.
None. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And, of course, I'm proud of my C-17s. They're doing good. They're hauling a bunch of people. They hauled out a record number of people. 800 people loaded on that flight.
Oh, wow.
That first flight that everybody was falling off of. Yeah. 800 people. And, it was a heck of a deal. What is that there? Oh, okay. We'll show that last. All right. And let me see. What is it? Oh, yeah. That one will be toward the end, too. It's incredible, everybody. The crap that's going on. But, man. Oh, OG, they did say today movie theaters are thinking requiring the jab.
Requiring what?
The jab.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where you have to show your papers to
and
get
also
into the movie theater.
the NFL Raiders are going to require that. How's this going to work for them, everybody? How's this going to work? I don't even watch football games anymore.
Well, you and I were talking. When they started making the announcement that by the first of this week, they expected full FDA approval of the Pfizer vaccine. Yeah. And subsequent to the approval, now all these organizations are throwing out there that they're demanding and mandating people get vaccinated.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not an anti-vaxxer.
We don't.
Nor am I a conspiracy theorist.
Exactly, everybody. We don't tell anybody not to get it.
We believe everyone has the right to make their own personal decision as to whether or not they want to be stuck with the needle. Some people, absolutely will not get it, and other people...
Some people for religious. Now, this may get us thrown off again tonight, but who knows, But we're not giving anybody any medical advice.
Now, the one thing I'm thoroughly convinced of is that the full FDA approval may not be that kosher. One can only imagine the political pressure that was put on the FDA to get this approval. Because lo and behold, the minute the approval comes out, now the Pentagon's demanding that all the troops get the vaccination. Yeah. They're pushing it on everybody as a mandate. Not right. Not right at all. They have yet to get their story totally right on the booster shot.
Yeah.
you know, from what I'm hearing, the booster shot may or may not be available by September 20th. The September 20th date was picked because the theory behind the booster shot is that by about 8 months after those who have received their second shot for their vaccination, the vaccination will have diminished so much that you need the booster shot. So they're telling everybody on the booster shot at this point that once you have hit your 8 months after your second shot, now you need to come in and get your booster. You know, we'll see how that turns out. But again, isn't it amazing that once that was FDA approved, everybody jumped on it?
Yeah.
And now they want to mandate it. And now you got to show your papers. Imagine the black market that's going to occur on CDC.
That is already happening.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I was looking on Facebook the other day. There's some outfit that you can order a wallet-size card now. Now, I was wondering how they imprint that. If you have to fax them some bogus copy of your vaccination card that does not fit in your wallet at this point.
I don't know how all of this works. You know, but let's put it this way, OG. Since the beginning, we've had so many mixed messages.
Yep.
People are confused. People don't trust it. They don't trust what the FDA is saying. They don't trust what the WHO is saying. They don't trust anymore in Dr. Fauci. The list runs on and on because of all the mistakes and misinformation that's out there by everybody. And we're not saying just one, but in particular, the people that need to be held accountable for this are not going to be held accountable, just like everything else we're seeing.
That's right.
They're not going to be held accountable, just like all the people that were at that table at the Nancy Pelosi party, all those politicians, Chuck Schumer, Cuomo, the list runs on and on and on of people that are not going to be held accountable for anything, whether it be Afghanistan, whether it be about the jabs, whether it be about any of that stuff. Nobody's going to be held accountable.
Yep.
And we're sick of it. We are sick of it. And we've got to start watching these judges that refuse to look at everything, these judges that say there's no standing. And that not only happened back during 2020, during the after the election, but it happens daily around this country where they tell people they have no standing. This goes on and on and on. And we've got to have another way that these people are, especially the ones that are appointed, because usually the ones that are appointed bought their way in. They either worked on campaigns, they either donated a bunch of money. It's just like ambassadorships. Most of those people who get those positions have donated a ton of money. That's how they get them.
Yep,
and
that's
it's
their
wrong,
payback.
everybody. It's wrong. We've got a lot to clean up in this country. A lot to clean up. And it starts with our damn politicians. It starts with them. And it also can start with dumbass teachers like we're fixing to show. Everybody get ready. We're going to see the Teacher of the Month. You may have already seen this, but man, it deserves to be seen again. Let me make sure the audio is on. And here we go. If the audio is on, we're going to switch him over. Here we go.
Rearranging our brains and making us compliant, dumb, and destroying our attention span. But there is an upside. They have video. So a lot of parents all of a sudden know for certain what is happening in their kids' classrooms. This is actual footage of someone called Leah Kenyon, a chemistry teacher in the Alpine School District in the state of Utah. Watch.
Are you a liberal?
Yeah. We'll just keep getting variants over and over and over until people get vaccinated. I hate Donald Trump. I'm going to say it. I don't care what y'all think. Trump sucks. Turn off the Fox News. Do your parents listen to Fox News? So what? This is my classroom, and if you guys are going to put me at risk, you're going to hear about it because I have to be here. Most of y'all parents are dumber than you. I'm going to say that out loud. My parents are freaking dumb. Okay? Oh, I could go off on it the whole entire class period if you want me to. But I'm not going. So you're taking chemistry. You need to do chemistry. If you don't believe in climate change, get the hell out.
Well, she seems like a happy, well-balanced person. I wonder what her personal life is like. Can you even imagine what's she doing in a classroom? There's so many. There's now one less. Leah Kenyon is apparently no longer employed by the school district in Utah. Jesse Waters is the author of the great book, How I Saved the World, which he did. He joins us to assess. Now, Jesse, you grew up in a school environment, right? Are teachers worse than they were?
You can catch that on YouTube. It's an interesting thing to hear the whole thing. But this is what we got going on in our classrooms. And you can bet it's happening here in Texas too. These teachers and these school administrators think they don't have to listen to anybody.
Yeah, I've got a sister. It's my youngest sister. She lives in Knoxville, Tennessee right now, that basically she was a teacher. And she went back and got her master's so she could work in the library system. She continued to work in the library system within the school rather than going over to the public library system. But Michelle told me, she said, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
I cannot take all the liberal idiots I have to deal with in the break room when I'm at lunch.
Yeah.
Or what they're trying to get me to teach these students. So she retired.
Yeah.
She couldn't take it anymore.
You know, hey, you guys, I want to say in the chat line right here that Lisa Lee found her way over to Rumble. She's over there with a guy named Chief J14, and they are just talking it up. So she found her way over there. So it's kind of cool. So it can be done, everybody. It can. And so, OG, I look out there, and you know, I think back to the vets that said, we're going to pay for this. We have unleashed hell on earth. And for them to come out and say Biden's getting along with those in the G7 and all these other NATO and everybody else, talking about our partners, I wouldn't blame them if they told us to kiss ass. I wouldn't blame them at all.
All Biden and Psaki and the rest of them do at this point is blatantly lie.
Yes, they have lied again, everybody. This is what they're doing.
Because they know they can get by with it.
Yes, we're letting them get by with it. We should be in the streets. I promise you, you veterans, we should be in the streets raising hell. Oh, that's Jerry that was over there. Okay. That's interesting. But, yeah, you guys might tell everybody how you guys found it. And, wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but what Popeye's saying's true, and if you think Red Dawn is just a movie,
yeah,
you're about to live it if this keeps going this way.
The sad thing about this, OG, is this may not happen in our lifetime, but then again, they've got everything working in their favor, and especially in Europe. Everybody, listen here, they're closer. You can get in, well, maybe not a rowboat and get across the pond, but it doesn't take much to get across the Mediterranean. I know because I spent years in it. When I was in the Navy.
Yep.
And I've been to all those damn countries, and let me tell you, it's like night and day between Europe and the fanatics. And the fanatics are everywhere throughout the Mideast.
But I think we're the target.
I think we will be the target, but it's a lot easier to get to them.
Yeah.
I do believe, and especially since our borders are open, listen everybody, since our borders are open, wide open, for anyone to cross, you can bet they will make their way here. You can bet there's some of them on these damn airplanes because I promise you, they're not vetting these people. Especially the first ones that got on all these flights. All they were doing was shoving everybody aboard, getting them on there and getting them the hell out. And they're trying to vet them here. They're trying to vet them here. And what they're going to do is the same thing they're doing on the southern border. These NGOs are going to take them in, have them about 6 weeks, and say, "Hey, they're good to go, everybody."
Yep.
They're good to go. They're ready to be citizens. And in that infrastructure bill, listen to this, everybody. In the damn infrastructure bill is amnesty. It's in there. We cannot have that get past the Senate. No how, no way. We need to be making phone calls. We need to be harassing the shit out of them. Don't cooperate. Any of those Republicans, those 17, 18 Republicans that signed on to that, they need to hear from us. And they need to hear from us forcefully. Again and again and again. And many of those bastards just got reelected, and they've got 5 more years left in office. Now, the House is a different story. We got to make it to 2022. We've got to make those bastards secure these elections. They've got to secure them. We don't have any choice. We cannot let them be stealing another election. And we'll probably get thrown off for that.
Well, you know, they're...
Hey, it's our opinion, YouTube. It's our opinion. And yes, we did join Donald Trump's lawsuit day before yesterday. We did. I signed us up.
Excellent. Worthy cause.
We're gonna get a chunk of that meat. We're gonna turn this around in 2022, and yes, we're gonna participate. We're gonna participate. We can chew gum and walk too. We'll do our things, our duty for our community. Get out here. We're gonna have that rally October 3rd in Milam County for the 24-year Army combat veteran who has been drugged through the court system, has been charged with criminal carry, but guess what? He was not criminal carrying. He was not. And we'll be explaining this in the weeks ahead. We will. So if you are in the DFW area, you can ride with us down to Milam County. And if you're close to Milam County, you can just show up.
Meet us at the courthouse.
That's right. Meet us at the courthouse. And we'll be giving out all the details here soon. And so, wow, man. Let's say hi to some people. OG, I see Napa out in West Texas.
We got Vegas from Tennessee.
Yeah. And we have...
our very own Brain Damaged.
Brain Damage, that's right. Lose your life. Forrest, how you doing, Forrest? Yeah. And Ken left. He is in the middle of a thunderstorm. I heard him say that. No, I didn't hear him. I read it. He's in the middle of a thunderstorm.
And
hope he's
Lissa's
okay.
with us. She's
she's
ever faithful.
She found her way to the daggum Rumble page.
There you go.
So yeah, man, we've got a lot going on. We certainly do. It is, like OG said, this is so disheartening. Everything we're seeing. Randy is saying that Tennessee is doing a small clothing drive for the local organization. This is coming Saturday and helps the needed and homeless. And yeah, I know that everybody has probably seen about Waverly, Tennessee, where they had that flood. They had like about 17 inches of rain in a short period of time, and it's just, that city is just devastated. So if you can afford to contribute a little bit, send it to the powers to be. We'll find out where you should send it, and we'll post it in Sons of Liberty Riders MC on Facebook. And yeah, that I think they said 17 dead, OG, and they're looking for about 10 more.
Yeah.
So let's pray for them, and if you can, like I said, contribute a little money if you can, or whatever you can do for them. We'd appreciate it. It's a terrible thing when there's that kind of loss of life, and pray for our troops. Pray for our troops, and the troops, keep your heads high. You've done the right thing. Not everybody can be in the military. It's a calling. It's not like it was back in when we were in OG and people were being drafted.
That's true. I remember the draft.
Yeah, yeah. So during that period,
actually, it's my personal opinion. This country started going to hell in a handbasket the minute they stopped the draft.
You're so right. Yeah, I think it should be like Israel, where everybody is obligated, men and women.
As a matter of fact, I can't remember if it's Israel or someplace else. You can't even get a driver's license unless you have served your country.
Yeah.
I think it's a minimum of 2 years.
Yeah. And then I guess to keep some of them out of the military, they invented that service job type thing where you go and join up and what was it? Something AmeriCorps.
Yeah.
Yeah, AmeriCorps. It came to me. People would join that and think they had served the country.
Right. It was kind of a civilian version.
It was
of government service.
Yeah. Whatever it was.
Military.
So Napa says these snowflakes couldn't handle being drafted. That's true.
Very true.
That's true. What the military does with kids that can't cope, when they send them home quick. They don't mess with them. If they can't cut it, they send them home. Back in my day and OG's day, they didn't send you home. They would send you in the Navy. They would send you to Mickey Mouse.
You'd go to the KP to the kitchen. They'd put you on KP duty, and you'd either be washing pots and pans or peeling potatoes.
Yeah, they would. They'd put you in. They'd put you in Mickey Mouse. They'd march you around in these red hats, red tennis shoes, and guess what? The Marines were in charge of you.
Mm.
They don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
They don't put the Marines in charge anymore. Oh, hell no. But and it kept people on the straight and narrow. That's what it did. You didn't want to be in that mess. You didn't want to be set back. You didn't want to have to be set back for a medical reason or because you couldn't get it.
Yep.
So, yeah, and it's that way. Let me see if I'm missing anything else here. Think I've got it. I got it all. Yeah. Just one more time, everybody. Oh, here's that Navy SEAL. Here we go, OG. We said we'd do this. So let's do it. It may not be all of what you were saying, but
it's worth the listen.
Let's play it.
The militants seized Kabul, but one decorated Navy SEAL going viral with the message that he would deliver if he were President Biden. Listen.
The next 48 hours, America will be in control of most major airports in Afghanistan. Any resistance we meet from the Taliban or otherwise when we seize these airports will be destroyed completely and without mercy. Any person that interferes with these operations will be killed.
We bring in Jocko Willink, the man you saw there, the man you see this morning. He's a friend of our shows, retired Navy SEAL, recipient of the Silver Star, the Bronze.
I understand that's on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you need to seek it out because it's great how he starts out admitting and taking the blame for what's going on. Stands up like a man, and from there it only keeps getting better.
Yeah, and that's not the whole clip.
No.
That's just what I found, but hopefully it's on YouTube, and we'll get it posted up. We'll go find it at Sons of Liberty Riders MC on Facebook or TexasBikerRadio.org. We'll find it and post it if you don't have the time to do it. This is what we do, and so, yeah, that guy... You know, let me tell you, the guys from the special forces are saying this is a freaking disgrace. We shouldn't be doing it like this. We should change course now while you can.
Mm-hmm.
While you've got the stuff there. And I would start with Bagram. I'd go and secure that equipment and get it the hell out of there, plus our people. And like he said, you can tell them, and this is what we really should be telling them, everybody. Hey, if we have to come back, there's going to be hell on earth. If we have to come back due to something they've done in Afghanistan, or some outfit that they've let train in their country. And we need to tell Pakistan, we need to quit giving them money because they are behind all of this.
Hell, they got the pallets of cash now.
They got pallets of millions of dollars of cash that were on pallets. And if you ever watched any of the movies from that or documentaries, every time they went to talk to a village elder or whoever, whenever they left, they were giving them cash.
Yep.
Our tax dollars, everybody, that money, that millions of dollars that are sitting on those pallets is our money. The equipment there belongs to us, the American people. It doesn't belong to Joe Biden to throw away. And yes, I know that Democrats will say, well, hey, it's just stuff, it's just a building, talking about the embassy.
Yeah.
Guess what they spent on that? $1.5 billion. $1.5 billion. Not only did we spill our blood, we have spent a fortune. And whether you consider it nation building or keeping the country safe here at home from these despots like the Taliban, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, who will all reconstitute themselves. Because now they got bragging rights, buddy. They got bragging rights, and they're going to do it. And I have no doubt that I will be shocked, OG, if they don't keep Americans there till September the 11th. And then they're going to have a big old party.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But we'll see, everybody. We'll see. And remember, if you're here on this page, get over to Rumble. That's our backup page. Go over there and join it. Please go join it. Spread the word. Like and share this video. Help us and help this country. Got anything you want to close with?
Be safe.
Be safe. If you live in Texas, hydrate. Damn, it's hot. And any place else, do what's required. Take care of yourself and your family. With that, everybody, have a great evening, and we'll see you at the next tragedy, whatever it's going to be. Bye-bye.
Good night.